Good evening, and welcome to Thinking Thursday. I'm your host, Bronwyn Lucas, and I'm happy to be here today. Today is my birthday, and I'm excited about, as someone put it, making one more revolution, or being with the earth as it makes one more revolution around the sun. So I'm excited that this is another year, a new chapter in life. 2020 has been interesting. It's had its ups and downs, and I'm on an up right now, so I'm enjoying a lot of crazy things to get me to where I am, but I am happy about it. So I am glad to be here, and I'm glad you're here with me. I decided since I work for me now, I gave myself the day off, but I thought I'll still do Thinking Thursday because it's fun. Not that I don't enjoy what I do, but I did not want to work. I wanted to just do a lot of nothing. So, got the hair cut off, got the eyebrows done, did a little pampering to start this day off. So, I'm glad you're here with me. And tonight, in the spirit of being my birthday, we're going to talk about celebrating life. Why do it, how to do it, and all of that. But as always, we will start with some deep breathing. For those of you who may be listening in for the first time, we do deep breathing because it allows you to calm your body down. It allows you to put your body in a whole different space, take your mind and body and allow it to relax and become just better. So, here's how it works. I will count to a slow four, and you'll breathe in when I say in, and you'll breathe out when I say out. Let's just practice it. Take a deep breath in, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, in, two, three, four, out, two, three, four. One more. In, two, three, four, out, two, three, four. So hopefully that gave you a chance to have that woosah moment and you were just, feeling good. So, as I said, tonight we are going to talk about celebrating life. Now I'm planning to have a little shorter Thinking Thursday, but we'll see how that works out. As we get started, I always like to say if you're on now, start a watch party. Hit that share button, and when you hit the share button, it will say start a watch party. So invite others. The more that join us, the better. And as we talk about celebrating life, you'll see it's good for you. So when before I moved to Dallas, I used to do a lot just to get people to enjoy life. So much so that I had on more than one occasion had just because parties for my son. Now, what is a just because party? We're having a party to celebrate just because you're living and you're alive. I can remember when I did this for my son once. Um, Boys like to play basketball and boys like to play Xbox. So they would go outside, play basketball, come in and play Xbox. Go out and really come in and cool off, play a while, and my thing was you can do whatever you want. If you trash the house, it's fine because you're going to clean it up before you go. So they knew their area and it might look pretty horrific while they were there. Well, the last time they went outside to play basketball, they got to the door and it was like, oh, y'all cannot come back in my house. Boys who've been playing basketball for a couple of hours is not a pretty smell. But it's all about enjoying life, what makes you happy. And I wanted him and his friends to learn you don't even have to have a reason to have a party, just enjoy life. Be lighthearted, have some fun. And it was fun because the moms came and they sat at the dining room table and we talked for hours while the boys and some girls, they just hung out outside. We had hot dogs and nachos and some cupcakes, and that was it. And that was great for them. So, I wanted to teach that generation it's okay. As part of my nonprofit, we had a group I did a thing called Moms, Moscatos, and Milkshakes. So it would be a Friday night. It's a female gathering, a chance to come together and just chill. And No kids were allowed. My own child was put out of the house. So if you couldn't find a babysitter, you couldn't come. Because if I kicked my child out of his house, that was just what it was. But it was a time of sharing, a time to just come together and have fun. One night we were having, and I did it several times. I can remember one time somebody stopped by and said, "Okay, I can't come tonight, but I'm going through a lot. Da 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 is going on. I need y'all to just stop and pray for me right now." So we put down the Moscato, put down the milkshake, stopped, kind of grouped up, held hands, and I was like, "Well, since we in this circle, anybody else got some prayer requests?" We spent about 20 minutes or so just sharing and praying for each other. Then we went back playing games, just talking, just chilling, but learning how to just enjoy life. I've done a lot of those kind of things because I think it's important. I've had a wreath decorating party. My friend who passed earlier this year, she started it, and I picked up the tradition. And around the beginning of December, we decorate wreaths for Christmas, and you just invite friends over, and it's fun, And you have your wreath to hang. Some other things are a vision board party. So there's so many things you can do. Now that's all pre-COVID. So, what in the world are we gonna do in a COVID world to to just be? Because everything I mentioned involved getting together. Well, first, before I even go there, if you are on right now and watching on Facebook, type in the comments. What are some things you do just to celebrate life? Things that are not expected. Yes, we celebrate birthdays, and of course today I will tell you I enjoy celebrating birthday. But what are some things you do just to celebrate life? So I wanted to sort of spend some time talking on why celebrate, and then looking at some how, even in the COVID world. So here I've written some things down. I'm going to go through them, looking at the why. Why would we want to celebrate life? A lot of times I work with clients, and a big thing, I work with clients as a counselor. And the biggest thing I'm dealing right now with most of my clients is anxiety and depression. COVID has sent people over the edge. And understandably, if you already had something going on and you were managing your anxiety, the world we live in with the political climate, the racial unrest, and COVID has thrown people over the edge. I understand that. Um, but I will tell you, no amount of worrying can change your situation. If worrying could fix it, I would encourage everybody to worry. However, worrying will never fix whatever is going on. So, one of the things about celebrating life is to learn to celebrate something about life rather than worry, because worry just isn't going to fix it. So, why are some other reasons? We're all going to go through struggles, and sometimes we have to choose which things we are going to allow to make us happy. And sometimes that's very difficult. Can you choose something in your life to be content with? Because struggles and suffering and misery can overtake your life. I am not minimizing that. And even in those times, can you find something to be thankful for? Something minute, and understand that whatever you're going through, I always say through is not a destination, it's a passageway. So when you're going through things, remember you're going through and you're going to get to the other side. And when you get to the other side, hopefully it's better. There was an old saying that you're either in a struggle, going into a struggle, or going out of a struggle. But there will be times when you're not in one. So learn to celebrate those times. And even when you're in the middle of turmoil and strife, find something to be thankful for, something to celebrate. There are times you can celebrate your own disappointments, failures, hiccups in life, because they do make you stronger. No one likes to mess up. Let's face it. We want to get everything right. But no one wants to mess up, but we will. And when you do, stop and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And it may not be an easy thing, but you can learn something. An example I give, when I was a special education teacher years ago in Houston, um, I taught hands on, and my kids could earn the right to do different things. So there was a reading program I had, and every month you could earn an activity. Well, in November, we were going to cook a Thanksgiving meal. And it was going to take all day because it was our reading lesson, it was our math lesson, it was our science lesson. And one thing, there was a math problem involved in everything we cooked. You might have to double it or you might have to cut it in half. Well, I remember we were making pumpkin bread, which requires very little liquid, but they had to cut the recipe in half. Well, if you cut everything in half except for one thing on on any recipe, it will not work. In this particular recipe, the person who had the liquid did not cut it in half, so it never would solidify, never would bake. Oh, the kids were upset. You messed up. Da da da. Well, I knew what I was dealing with, so I had double of for everything we were cooking. So we went through and we did a task analysis. Everybody, I did this, I cut mine in half, and I knew what had happened right away. I'm watching them cook, but I was letting them learn from their mistake. So when they figured it out, of course they were upset with the person who did it. I got them through that. We learned a lesson. You learned how the science of it, of why things work together. You learned about forgiving because you had to forgive the person who messed up. So there's so much that we can get from our struggles, and then you can celebrate in it. So they were able to celebrate when it was all over and we ate and had a wonderful meal, and it didn't matter because sometimes we get caught up in things that are mess ups, are hiccups that really aren't that big. And we can learn to move past them. So it can make you stronger. It made us in it as a classroom. It made us stronger in the sense that they had to learn forgiveness. So I had a lesson in forgiveness in there. It's okay. We messed up. Move on. You can't say bad things about this person. Um, you know what? Struggle is going to be part of your life story. Sometimes the test you go is to give you a testimony. But everybody is going to have struggle. And I tell my clients all the time, wherever you are right now, this point in time, wherever you are, it's a result of everything that happened leading up to this minute, this second, be it good or bad. And someone may go through the same experiences you do at one point, but they had other things that happened to them prior to that. So they'll respond differently because they are different. No two people are going to respond to something identically because you're different. So your struggle, why celebrate? Even in your struggles, because it's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you stronger. Um, I see a comment in here that says from Jan, my little sister Jan. She says our struggles truly do make us stronger unless we run away from them instead of facing them. She says at least that's the way she sees it. And I agree. We can run away from our struggles, but guess what? When we run away, they find us. They will come back to us in some way. So deal with it, learn from it, just like that simple example with the bread. We had to figure out what did you do wrong? We could have just thrown it away and said, "Oh well, we won't have that." No, figure out what you did wrong so you can get it right later on. Um, we only have one life to live. You will have good days, you will have bad days. You will have good seasons, you will have bad seasons. Work through them. But celebrate the fact that you're able to go through them. Knowing that you are complete and whole even when you mess up, and celebrate yourself. And it's okay. A lot of times we don't want to celebrate ourselves because we feel we're being too self centered. It's all in about how you do it. Are you doing it from an ego maniacal point of view? I am this, it's me, me, me. That is not what I mean um, when I say celebrate yourself. I'm saying just understand that God made you. You're God's awesome creation. And He didn't mess up when He made you. Thank God for making you, you. and just be able to celebrate who you are and whose you are. Now, those are some reasons why we celebrate. But let's look at some things we can do. Sister Mama Sonia, my biological big sister, she's the older one, says that she has a list of seasoned saints to call on. And although I am trying to brighten their day, mine is brightened on steroids just by being able to call them. So one of the easy things we can do in this COVID world to celebrate life is to make someone else smile. A phone call can go a long way. So she says she calls senior citizens, senior saints, and calls them and just, hey, think about it when you get just a hey. By it being my birthday, I got phone calls, I got text messages, and you do feel good. Phone calls from people I may not have talked to in a while. So in the day, is something going on today? And you feel good. I can't tell you how many text messages I got. At one point, I looked, there were 35. I answered all those 35. I came back again, there were 17. Did those real quick. Came back another time, there were like 50. Okay, this is awesome though. It wasn't too many. I love it. I went on Facebook. I read the things I saw there. It's awesome to know, just to get a message. But when you get a phone call, oh my goodness, how awesome is that? Because a lot of people still are not out and about in this COVID world, so they're in, and just to hear someone's voice is awesome. Saying, hey, I was thinking about you. I have been fortunate to have had a role in many a young person's life, and I won't call her name to embarrass her, but I'll just say one of my babies who spent her senior year living in my house, literally, sent me some flowers earlier this year. They were beautiful. And she sent them. It wasn't birthday, it wasn't anything. She just sent flowers just because, to say thank you. Thank you for having a role in my life. It was amazing to have that happen. They're beautiful. So I took a picture of them so I would have them, that picture, forever. Something that simple can just make and brighten your day, and usually it comes at a time when you need it. I have had the opportunity recently to pick up the phone and call somebody and say, "You were on my mind today." I just called to say, "Hi, how you doing?" And when you do that, it's usually because that person needs it. Or I call to say, I just called to pray for you today. I don't know why. What's going on? Tell me what I need to pray for. And that has meant a lot. So, one of the ways we celebrate life is to do things for others. Those things don't have to be in person. Like I said, we're still not going and doing as much. That's okay. That phone call, that message, that card. I got a birthday card. I think the person who's over our prayer group at my church is on tonight. She sends out birthday cards to everyone in our group. And just getting that card, when you open it, it just makes you smile. It makes you smile when you see the envelope because you know it's going to be a beautiful card from, somebody who just wants to say something. So, what are some ways you can get active and celebrate life? I told you we're going to talk about just some things to do. So, celebrate others is one. Another is get outside, plant. Now, this isn't the season for this one because we're going into fall, winter, but plant something. Plant some beautiful flowers, plant some veggies. We need to learn how to plant. We don't know where this world is going. So, it's good to be able to plant your own garden. But even now, you can have, there are house plants. There are things you can plant that can be inside. Plant some things, brighten your life. There is a lot of science behind digging in the dirt and what that can do for you, how that can impact you. So, yes, that's an awesome thing. Get in that dirt, dig, create something. What about listening to your favorite comedian? Laugh. YouTube has some of everything. Nowadays, you can find pretty much some of everything. Um, so you can go to YouTube and listen to your favorite comedian. Laugh out loud. Watch a funny movie. Why? Because I want to laugh. And just laugh, and it's okay. Celebrating the life you have by doing some of these things. What about this is one? Renew a friendship with somebody you used to know, somebody you maybe lost touch with. Um, there is someone that I now we check in. I talked to her today. We check in now at least twice a month, and we hadn't talked for Lord since the '80s, and we have recently reconnected, and we talked. We talked today. She called. We check in. She called today to say happy birthday. So yeah, check in, call, just do stuff so people feel wanted. And so see when you're doing for others, you're going to feel better about you. So you're celebrating your life, but you're also making them feel good by just making that call. So it's a two-edged sword that's a good two edges. You'll feel better and so will they. Um back in the day, I'm old. I remember when we had real pictures. When you would go to Walgreens, they had Kodak had standalone booths, and you would get pictures. Now we take them. They're on our phone, they're on our tablet, they're on a computer. But we used to have real pictures, and when we had real pictures, we could make collages. You can do that on the computer. So go through those pictures, make yourself a collage that makes you feel good, and maybe make one for someone. Now, my son, those who know him know he is an old school kid. He even says, "Yeah, mommy, maybe I was born in the wrong time." My child listens to '80s music. Okay, he's 17. Um, so he's an old school kid. So there is a website. I'm not advertising for anybody, but they do your free photos. You can send in up to 80 photos and they send them back. You pay shipping and handling. Bottom line, you're getting photos for about $10 or $11 for 85 photos. And it does work out per photo cheaper than anywhere around, a few pennies cheaper. So you can maybe print out some pictures and send them to someone. So what I did for him, I printed out a lot of pictures and he has lined part of his wall with them. And now he has put in his order for what he wants next. Find some pictures, Mom. I want family pictures because I'm going away to college and I need family pictures to take with me. So I printed him pictures of him from, very little, from 3 on to now. And he wanted pictures, family pictures. So he can value those. So what if you had all these pictures and memories in your phone, in your tablet, on your computer, and you printed some out and send them to people? Think of what it would be like if you got it not on the camera, but if somebody mailed you something. How cool would that be? That you just get a picture. Wow, that would be cool. Um, Sometimes it's okay to just be silly too. Just be silly. Blow bubbles, go outside and jump rope. I am the least athletic anything around. I've been outside shooting hoops with my son. So, it might take me 5 or 6 to get one in. And when I do, I'm gone. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I got one in. But just go do something out of the ordinary. Be silly. Someone said, watch your favorite movie. Yes, have your own movie marathon. You can watch movies with someone. My sister and I, and we're a little crazy. We will watch movies together on the phone. And this has nothing to do with COVID. We've always done this kind of thing. Um, just watch them, watch movies, do stuff that, if it's a movie that's going to make you feel good. Sometimes you can watch a movie, I need a good cry, so I'm going to go watch this movie. And that's okay too, because sometimes you got to get it out. But sometimes you can just watch a movie to make you feel good. Jan says, "Can I watch them all?" That's a celebration day for me for sure. Just watch the movies. Do something that makes you feel good. Celebrate who you are. Give somebody a just because gift. I talked about a just because party. It's like the flowers that I told you that I was sent. Just because I was thinking about you, I appreciate you. You've been a part of my life. I got some bracelets from another child well, these are adults now, but someone who was in my life. I was in their life, and just sent me some bracelets because that's what they do, make bracelets. And so to get these things, um, in your just do something for somebody and opening the mail. Wow. What about create your own fantasy wonderful vacation? So maybe you can't take it now, but I always say if you don't have a plan or don't have a goal you're reaching for, where are you going? You have to have something to shoot for. So begin if you're still not getting out and about like you used to. Um, don't let it stop you. Begin to look. Don't say, well, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, you won't be here forever. Plan that ideal vacation. Learn to do something new. I've been bugging my child about this one. Okay, what are you going to, what can you say you're coming out of this COVID life with? And I do actually see some things he's done. Okay, but I want more. I'm mom. I need more. So in this time of COVID, if you're stuck in the way to celebrate life, learn to do something new. Understand that as long as you're learning new things, you're growing. So part of the celebration of that is you're forever growing, learning new things, keeping your mind going. I'm getting old. I need to keep my mind refreshed and invigorated. So I'm going to do things that keeps me learning. Um, just do something. Learn something new. Go bake. Maybe you've always liked so and so's peach cobbler. So go make one. You've always liked that apple pie is so good. I want to learn how to make some. So you know what? If you're stuck at home and you're doing it, nobody has to know. Throw it away if it's not good. My son, I cooked some for dinner the other night. It was horrible. And I'm not saying be wasteful, but I tried a new quick rice, and I won't call the brand, but that brand is not one we use normally. We will never use it again either. I tried it. I could not put anything in it to even think about making it better. We threw it away. But try, make a mini, something. You don't have to make a big something. Try something. I have one here. Purge your closet, but try them on as you go, and then let yourself go down memory lane. But still, I have to add, but still get rid of them. Don't hold on to don't hold on to memory lane so good. Oh, this was I remember when I wore this. That's the day I met so and so and now let it go. Go down memory lane and keep on going. But yes, during this time, maybe it's a good time to purge your house. How does that celebrate life? You're going through and you're cleaning out. When you clean out, you make room for new. Sometimes we can't get anything else in because we're full. So purge, get rid of so you can have more room. When you purge, there are a lot of places you can donate. So that there are people who need your things. And don't donate something that you wouldn't wear because it's too torn up or raggedy. But many of us have things in our closet. They're good, but we're not going to use it. Either they're a size we don't even plan to go back to, or it's just I'm not going to wear it. I didn't like it. Well, and it's still in your closet. For whatever reason, things need to go. There are people that need what you have. Donate. Find someone worthy to it. And on that donate note, because it's my birthday, I did on Facebook. For those of you that are here on Facebook right now, you can choose an organization. And you do a fundraiser. It's somewhere on my page. What I have chosen is Know Thyself Academy. Know Thyself Academy is an Afrocentric school. It is a homeschool concept, but it's Afrocentric based in its curriculum. And its founder is Rose Spencer. So if you're on my page, donate to Know Thyself Academy. I would love for this organization to reap the benefits of whatever you might have. So giving. Celebrate others as you celebrate yourself. Dance around your house. Sing around your house. Sing in the shower. Dance while you're just playing. Just get up, put on some music, and dance. Again, be silly. There's a lot of value and freedom in just doing something I'm just going to be silly. I'm going to sing loud. Just going to sing. Why? Because when you have a lot of loss, I do want to comment on this. Celebrating life and laughing, as someone said, can help you learn to appreciate that, what you've lost. Many people right now are going through the grief process, be it because of COVID, because someone just passed, for whatever reason. As you're going through that grief process, still celebrate the life you have. Celebrate what you had with the person you are missing. Um, there's a lot of value in celebrating it. Celebrate in terms of the love you had for them, you still carry in your heart. It doesn't go away. So hold on to the love you have for them. I've got a few more. As I said, my goal was to be a little short. We're gonna, you know, go back. Oh, okay. And I hit a button. Uh, okay. So, I can't see it. So I hit a button and the mouse isn't playing with me. So we're not gonna worry about it. We won't worry about it. I can't fix it. The mouse is not my friend. Oh, I just really. Okay. I am trying to fix the slideshow for those of you that are able to see it today live and later on. Okay. Now, so what I was saying, oh, somebody said, don't forget that our hairbrush. Ladies, remember we used to sing in our hairbrushes with your friends and get in the mirror and sing? Well, just get out there. Be silly. Um, Maybe splurge a little and buy yourself a really comfortable, cushy robe and wrap up in and take a nice hot shower and wrap up in something that makes you feel good. Maybe go for a jog, a run, or a walk. Get outside. And while you're going, get out there and enjoy and maybe take pictures of things you see. Take pictures of nature. My son goes in and out of liking photography, and he at one point would go outside, walk on some different trails when we moved up here, and he would stop. Okay, I want to take a picture of that. He does have, he has a good eye. When his pictures come out good, I would never see it just look like dirt. But he's gonna go in there and find, or maybe take a picture of a bug or do something. So just go take some pictures. You can be like me and not have that eye, but go out and shoot pictures in nature, and revisit those pictures. Watch the sunrise or the sunset. My sister and her husband like to go down to Galveston and watch the sunrise. But wherever you are, or maybe go out in your front or backyard and just look at the stars. Just sit outside for a moment and look at the stars and the beauty of creation, of God's creation. Yeah, just see how beautiful it is and appreciate the beauty of God's creation because it's amazing. And when you're out there and you're looking at it, wow, how cool is that? So as I look at the screen, if there so somebody says I need a camera. You know what? Nowadays, and the person who says I need a camera, they have a really nice iPhone. These phones take some phenomenal pictures. So if you don't, and their camera would be nice, but if you don't, use that awesome phone you have, Eugene, and take some pictures outside. So yeah, there's so much that you can just do. Just get out there and do something. Part of celebrating life is just do something for you, do something and to show God how thankful you are for the life He gave you. Be thankful. I've often worked with people to start a gratitude journal. And what a gratitude journal is, every day you get your journal, and every day you write something in it that you're thankful for that day. And it could be a horrible day. And your gratefulness may be, I made it through the day, it's over, I'm going to bed. But guess what? You're going to wake up tomorrow and start all over again and have an opportunity for yet another day. So maybe I challenge you. Start in terms of celebrating life, start that gratitude journal. And every day, think of something that you want to celebrate or something you're thankful for, and you just write it down. Gail says, I like to go to the dollar store and buy something silly like balloons or a card that just cheers me up. That's right. Cheer yourself up. Buy yourself a balloon. Buy some silly string and surprise somebody who's in your house with it. Just do something to celebrate the life God gave you. As I said, we were going to end a little early tonight. That was my plan as I continue to go and celebrate this day. But celebrating should be a way of life for you. Just celebrating the life you have. YouTube has classes you can take on how to take good pictures. So you see, there is so much you can do. YouTube and Google can be your friend. You don't have to spend money. Google is my friend. YouTube is my friend. Pinterest is my friend. They can also be your enemy because you can spend way too much time. You can get caught up. Did you know that Dollar Tree has a DIY channel on is it on YouTube? You can go and is it Netflix, YouTube, new YouTube, I'm sure. But you can type in DIY Dollar Tree and they're going to tell you all the items you can create with them, and they're beautiful, and they're all from Dollar Tree, so you're not spending a lot of money. But if I tell you you can spend some time DIY for every season, for winter, spring, summer, fall, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, New Year's, they have something. But it's ways to just create. So that creativity, tapping into the creative spirit within you, can be awesome. So just create. I always like to end with my call to action, and it's vote. Vote early. Now, let me make my comment about votes early. Oh my gosh, we don't know what's going to happen election day. You don't know what the weather's going to be. Don't know what kind of voter suppression there will be. There has already been voter suppression. Please, please, I implore you, vote early. Don't just go to the poll and say, okay, I'm going to vote for president. There, in every community, there are other things on the ballot. Know what's on that ballot and vote. Be educated. If you go to vote411.org, you can put in your address and you will get your ballot. You'll know everything that's on your ballot. Read it, study it. The League of Women Voters has interviewed everyone in your area. And they ask them the same question. So you can read them side by side and see who you want in. During this election season, do something tangible to promote your candidate. If you're for somebody, get out there, push them. If you really believe they need to be in office, do what it takes to get them. Ladies, we have a few days left in the month of October. In October, there's still ways for you to get a free mammogram if you don't have insurance. I push that because, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we want to take advantage of it. A mammogram can save your life. So if you really don't have insurance or have the means to get it, there are still opportunities in your community to get a mammogram. So please, I implore you, I beg you, go find out how you can do it. It could save your life. As Deborah says, vote like your life depends on it, because it does. So I always like to end by saying, mental health is our health. We need to just all celebrate life. And as you celebrate life, your mental and your physical health can be greatly enhanced. So tonight I'll sign off by saying mental health is your health. Celebrate it, enjoy it. And I'll see you next week.